It's been a while since we kind of messed things up like we always do internationally, Thomas.
Yes, well, we're consistent.
Yes, indeed. Well, it's been a bit. How you feeling? Good?
Yeah.
Good.
Hanging in there. Another fun-filled summer.
Fun-filled summer and a fun-filled Saturday tomorrow or today, depending upon you're watching, at the Curragh in Ireland. Big race, the Irish Oaks. That's the big one, right, Tom?
That is the race of the day.
Indeed, the race of the day. How far back does that one go? Like prehistoric times?
I don't think it's that old, but it could be. I don't know. But I do know Judge Mott sponsors it, so it's got some serious interest, and it is a Group 1. So, let's face it, Aidan O'Brien's won it a few times, and certainly got a great chance again.
Well, speaking of great chances, journalism probably has a great chance to win the Haskell. Our wagering guide is up, so you can go ahead over to Guaranteed Tip Sheet, and then you'll see if you're a monthly subscriber, you can get the wagering guide. We'll also have the smart sheets available. Just get it right there, right? PDF file, bang. There's your wagering guide for the Haskell. And then, of course, if you're looking for the smart sheets, voila, they're right there as well. For the entire card, the smart sheets are available. Guaranteed Tip Sheet. And, of course, free picks today. Tonight, Friday night, we'll be at Penn National. Not quite sure what Saturday will hold, but make sure you take a look at that. And then a little bit later on, we will post our thoughts and commentary right here for Tom and I for our Saturday, the Curragh in Ireland. Hopefully you played along with Terry yesterday. Had a great day.
Morning in Ireland. So you get up a little earlier and enjoy the racing.
Yeah, it's really not that early, though. If you look at race number 2, that's where we're going to start.
Yeah.
That one is the 6 furlong gain railway stakes. It's going to start at 9 a.m. Eastern. So maybe on the West Coast.
This is the Quiff Supercharger betting Scurry Handicap.
Oh, race 2. Yes, indeed. I got the wrong one.
You're one race ahead.
Yeah. I knew I would screw something up, Thomas. But I think I did this.
Oh, well. Could be worse.
Yeah, it is the Scurry Handicap. I had this part right. I just had the wrong thing on the screen. So we're going to run 6.5 furlongs. And if we take a look at the track right here, Thomas, oh, Lord, we're 6.5 furlongs. They're going to probably start here, I would guess.
Yep.
And then make their way down this slight rise, then the slight fall, then level, then the slight rise again. Are there any advantages to post positions here, Tom?
Outside is usually at a disadvantage. But again, are they going to break into 2 groups? Probably. Or are they just going to run up the middle? Hopefully the first race will give us a little indication of where the jockeys think the best running is for the day.
Should point out that
the firm.
The track is good to firm. All right. It's been a while, Thomas. You know the routine. You got to give us your picks, but you're not 22-1 Tom this week, you said.
Nah. Have fun with it, but boy, I tell you, this is not this is an interesting race. Then some of the other ones, okay. We'll start with number 8. Motofilno drops back in distance from 2 starts ago. He did win at the Curragh. He's won a few times at the Curragh. But he's only won. Oh no, I'm sorry. He's only won runs once. Try that again. He's only won once.
Time off, huh?
And but his last efforts have been really good, and he's going to step up a little. He's going to face some horses he's beat in the past. But remember, this is a 10K, 100K race. So I mean, all these horses are stepping up to some serious money that they normally don't run for. I mean, I think one of them ran for 50. A couple of them ran for 50, but that's really been the top. Most of the times they're running for 4,000 or something like that. So this is definitely a step up, but we'll see. I'm going to go with 15 Gazelle d'Or. My next choice. She's won her last start. She's been in the money in her 4 starts this season, and she has another win again in there. She's also beaten the males, so it's not like this is new for her. A little class rise like all of them. The only issue that I have with this one, she's got her draw is a bit outside, but let's face it, you're in the money in all your 4 races for the season. You're in form, and you got to take that horse seriously. And finally, I'm going to take 3 Fort Vega as my final choice. One last time out. He's been improving all along. He has 5 starts and just keeps getting a little better and a little better. It drops back a little bit in distance, but I think he'll show up for this big purse, and that's why I'm going to put him in for 3rd.
I'm going to go with number 5. Damber Diplomat is my top choice. This one, last time out, ran faster. When you look at the past performances, that last race was the first good one off of a bunch of bad ones. And normally Damber Diplomat puts together a series or a sequence of good races, groups them together. So I'm expecting another one here. Number 15 is next on my list, Gazelle d'Or. That one, Thomas, ran at the Curragh twice, won both of them, including once when he came off the bench, just like doing today. Yeah, sorry.
It's a filly.
Back Down Under is next. Last time, this horse was faster as well and is making the classic 3rd start after a layoff. And then finally, number 4, Heavenly Power. That one, Thomas, could benefit from shortening up a little bit, and another that should be at its best in the classic 3rd start after a layoff. Unless I forget, we got to go back to our good friend, the predictor. And bang, the predictor says Damber Diplomat. How about that? Cannon's House, Big Goosey, Heavenly Power, Apache Outlaw, Motofino. So maybe I have picked one there with Damber Diplomat up at the top. I think it's
either that or you're in big trouble.
Yeah, probably option B, Tom. That's usually more the case. Let's move off to our next race. We're going to do 5 of them today. The next one I'm pretty sure is the Railway Handicap. Bang, It is indeed the Railway Handicap. It is 6 furlongs. This one will kick off at 9:35 a.m. Eastern Time. And 6 furlongs, pretty much the same thing. So pay attention to race number 2. I would imagine race number 3 would have a similar bias. Tom, thinking the inside horses have the advantage on the outside horses. The speed closers, Tom, what do you think?
I think it's a rider's race with 4 horses. So, and one of the best riders is Ryan Moore.
Yeah, I forgot.
That's why I could put him on top. Big favorite. True Love. Small field. I mean, this could be a really good horse. We'll see. Again, you got Ryan Moore on top of an Aidan O'Brien. Well, broke its maiden in a Group 2 last time out at Royal Ascot. It was the favorite too. So I should tell you something. Why is this race important? Well, we've seen in the past horses that have run in this race have shown up in the Breeders' Cup. So that's something to think about, even with this short field. The other one that looks pretty good in here, 5th in that Royal Ascot race, but still ran okay. But it's been running against top horses in her other races. So, I dismiss it a little. Those are the huge fields and all that good stuff. I think it was over. Horse. I think that Royal Ascot race had 20. Maiden win only, but you toss out that other ones. That last effort at Royal Ascot, it's got a pretty good record, and it should be around there. And of course, I'm not going any farther than that because it's only a 4-horse field. Yeah, I'm even I'm not going to go farther than 2, Tom. I'm going to just reverse the order because you do have that heavy favorite in True Love. So I'm going to go this horse at the Curragh. When you look back, does have a race that's actually the fastest of the bunch at the Curragh. So if it can repeat that same race, maybe it upsets the favorite True Love. You got Ryan Moore, you got Aidan O'Brien, and this horse has run 3 times and never ran a bad one in the mix. So I figure you got to pick one of these 3 to beat that one, or you just got to single up that one across your fingers or skip the race altogether. I know for sure the predictor hasn't skipped it. Nope. And he said, going to be a close race there. True Love gets the nod over Power Blue, and then Learn to Discover in Puerto Rico. They're right in there as well, but maybe a lot closer than the odds, at least the morning line odds, project. Race 3 is the middle of our card. Tom, 5. This one is the Barberstown Castle Sapphire Stakes. No, we're on 4.
I'm on the wrong race again. Yeah, Sapphire Stakes, race 4. Yeah, I don't know. I'm out of order.
Three,
But anyway,
three was the railway.
race number 4. Let me just change that because I got that right. Bang, race 4. It is the Barberstown Castle Sapphire Stakes. It's a Group 2 for 3-year-olds and up. This time they're going to shorten up even a little bit more. So we went 6.5 furlongs. Now we're going 6 furlongs. Now we're going to 5. Just a straight sprint to the finish line. Would you rather have a sprinter, a closer, something in the middle, Tom?
Again, this is a decent sized field, but not a big field. I'm thinking the inside will be the best to be running on, so the far rail, and they'll come up through there. But again, let's watch those first couple races and see where they think it's the best, because we won't know. We'll get a little insight on it. And with that, I'm going to start with the favorite, number 4, Maguire. Yeah, I don't know. Any ideas?
Magira? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Definitely going to be the favorite. She's won her last 2 races. One was in a Group 2 at Haydock, and the other one was a Group 3 at Perry Longchamp. She's only raced, has that, just those. And the thing's interesting about her is she's terrible out of the gate. But she's figured out how to win. She's winning group races, so they must know something. And the jockey doesn't hurt any either. Number 5, I went Arizona Blaze, going to be next choice. Ran second by a neck at Royal Ascot. He went up in a Group 1. He went up at 28-1. He's been out of the money in his career twice. That's it. Out of 8 races, so pretty good. He likes the lead, which I think may be an advantage in this race. And David Egan's been up many times on this horse and knows how to ride it. So that's always a positive thing. And finally, I'm going to take number 6, Powerful Nation is my final choice. He won last time out at Cork, going 6 furlongs. He's running the money in all his races on the turf. And he's done well on the all-weather, too. He seems to prefer a little bit of softness to the ground, and that's my only concern. But his races on the all-weather have been good. So I'm going to think that really doesn't matter. It's more of just does he get the trip? And that's why I slotted him for 3rd. Also interesting on this one is you've noticed the name of the trainer and the jockey are the same. So he must like the horse.
He must a lot.
Yeah.
Once
you don't see that much anymore. I mean, and more the case, but yeah, I thought that was interesting that he probably knows the horse better than anybody else.
So I'm looking here at, I'm going to go to Arizona Blaze. This one can run back to its 6 furlong race at the Curragh last year. It ran about 110-ish, little under 110. That's pretty fast no matter where. Same race equals the same result, a W. Maguire, that is your favorite right now, 2-1. So not a prohibitive favorite, but still strong enough. Is coming off a group win, but I feel like the horse is very beatable, Thomas. Powerful Nation. So we got the same first 3 in there, Tom. In the money, 8 out of 8. Usually runs his best race in the 3rd start after a layoff. And since I get to run a 4th pick, I'm going to go with Rumstar. This one's coming in there as a 2nd favorite in there, Tom. Might take over as the favorite. Look at all the money coming into that. Starting off at 4-1, 3-1, 11-4, 5-2. Not all that far away from taking the favorite status in there. Did run a big effort.
Number of handicappers have that one on top. So you're probably right. I think it will maybe the favorite.
And let's see if the predictor thinks he's the favorite. Predictor says, well, Arizona Blaze. How about that? Then Maguire. Look at those 4 horses. It's almost as if I looked at the predictor before I did my predicting.
I believe that.
Yeah, I would never do that. Only if I started to get ready for the show at 11:50 instead of my normal time. I think I'm going to be on the right race right now, finally. The Irish Oaks in race number 5. The reason everybody's going to go to the track tomorrow. This one is 1 mile and 4 furlongs, or in English, 1.5 miles. So I'm going to start back here. They're going to come around here, Tom. They're going to make this turn, come back downhill, level up, and then slight rise. Is there any post position or running style that you feel has the edge?
Mid pack, maybe a little behind with the kind of a surface we've got. I think anybody trying to, unless somebody can really nurse the lead or sit right behind them, I think they're not going to have much of a chance if the fractions are a little too quick.
Yeah, I saw yesterday I had picked a horse that was lone speed, and I don't know why jockeys do this. Goes out in a mile-long race at Saratoga in 22 and 44 with a 12-length lead. What's wrong with a 2-length lead? I just, as long as I've been watching horse racing, I cannot understand why jockeys do that, Thomas. I guess they hope that they can separate from the pack and the other horses don't know they're there, but that never happens, and I don't understand why they continue to do that. But nonetheless, I want to understand why you picked who you pick, and tell me who you picked.
We're going to start with the favorite, Mini Hawk.
You're no fun today,
number
Thomas.
5, kind of hard to pass on her. She's very short priced, to say the least, and she should be. She beat Whirl, who came out and won the next race. It was a big Group 1 race. That was at Epsom, the race that they ran when she beat her. She's lost one start, and that was that's it. I mean, she's good. Whirl may be better, but I'm not 100%. Whirl won the Pretty Collie, which was for 3-year-olds and upwards, where this one, of course, is restricted to 3-year-olds. So we'll see. Could you see her at the Breeders' Cup? Oh, yes. Do not be surprised. If she runs a couple good races, she'll definitely be there. I take 4 Merrily, just because. Long shot, speed. Is she the rabbit, or have they seen something in the morning that suggests this horse is getting better? I'm going with the latter. I'm thinking she's run some really awful races, and 3 really much better 2-year-old than has been a 3-year-old. But again, why run her if you don't think you've got a chance? Unless again she is the rabbit.
Yes, I think maybe Aidan O'Brien's trying to burn out some other horses for his Mini Hawk.
Yeah, well, he's got a couple horses in here, if you've noticed.
I think he's got the whole field, no?
Basically the whole field is, yes. And then finally, I'll take the second choice, number 7. We might talk a long way. It's a mouthful. I would hate to be the announcer trying to pronounce that every. Especially the horse is always on the front. She's beaten the top choice as a 2-year-old in a maiden race. She has a Group 3 win this season on the soft going. She's been running against these horses, twice in Group 1s, so it's not like she's a slouch by any stretch of the imagination. You got to think she'll be the second choice, and maybe she can pull it off.
I am going to start off with a couple of attempts to beat that 1-5 favorite or 1-4 favorite. I'm going to start with Subsonic, 25-1, Thomas. That horse started at 66-1, then 33-1, then 40-1, then back to 33-1, and now 25-1. Clearly taking on a lot of money there, Thomas. And
a few bucks.
Yeah, just a few bucks. But these two, Subsonic faced Mini Hawk in its debut and finished second. Was at a shorter distance, and maybe if there was more distance, Subsonic might have gotten the Mini Hawk that day. My second one is going to be that one time that nobody wants to pronounce. We might take Long Way. We might take the Long Way. I get it now. We might take the Long Way. Yes.
Well, being a distance horse, right?
Well, that's a Chicago horse, right? We might take the Long Way. But anyway, this one did beat the favorite easily when they met last October. And then Mini Hawk beat We Might Take the Long Way pretty easily when they met this year. And then, of course, you got to go with the 1-4 horse in there, Mini Hawk. Favorite coming off 3 wins in a row. But I feel like you got to take at least 1 or 2 cracks to beat that horse. I'm pretty sure that Predictor doesn't have the same courage that I do, it'll put Mini Hawk on top. Let's see.
I think you nailed that one.
Yes, it's pretty funny too, right?
Yeah.
When the thing started, there was just like one horse. I was like, where are the rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those parks races where one of the horses decided it doesn't want to run, and the screen stays on the finish line for like 5 minutes until that one just kind of
mosey along
and gets walks across like a pet. Yeah, kind of funny. All right, last race for today. But before we do that, just a reminder, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. Give us thumbs up and likes wherever you're watching. Again, big race day tomorrow at Monmouth Park in New Jersey with the Haskell, $1 million. Journalism returns. Tom, anybody beating journalism tomorrow?
Going to be an interesting race. There's maybe one or two in there that have a chance, but if he runs his race, he's not getting beat.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case too. If he's ready, beating all these horses pretty handily, but we'll find out. I think there's maybe one or two in there that got a crack at him if they get the right setup tomorrow. Again, you can get all that guaranteed tip sheet along with free picks every day. There is a link in the description. I will also timestamp every race in the description on YouTube. There's a tip jar. If you like what we do and you take home some prizes on Saturday or next week when we come back, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, as always. You hit the subscribe button, the follow button, you will know when we're about to go live. All right, Thomas, for the last time for this weekend, 1 mile and 6 furlongs, so 1 mile and 3/4. And that's going to go all the way back here. It's a long way around, so pay attention to the Irish Oaks. And then just add a furlong or two to that. I'd imagine you see the races play out pretty similarly. How do you think this one's going to play out without a 1-4 favorite?
Well, actually, you do have a favorite, but it's a pretty short price. But I'm going to take the 5 to start out with Queenstown. He ran once this year, and he finished 6th, and it was not the best of trips. But you go back and look at his great race career. He's run some really bad races, and then he ran second a couple times to Kryptos. Yeah, he's pretty good.
That's not a bad horse right there. Kryptos.
No, in his day, he definitely could run. And distance was his game, and this one's, again, only won one race in a career, but second up, why not at a decent price? Certainly the right trainer. The other jockey's on somebody else, but this is jockey number 2 in the stable. So, and he does win races. He won the English Derby this year. So, and Moore was distanced, and then that horse came back and won the Ellipse that Moore was on in the Derby. So, it had an awful trip to what was it, Delacroix. But I just think this horse is ready for good effort. And, let's face it, not raced a lot for the age the horse is.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 is going to be your favorite, and that'll be El Rifa. Last time out at Royal Ascot, ran second to a horse by the name of Rebel's Romance.
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah. 2 Breeders' Cup race wins. Yeah, I would say it's pretty good, among other things. He's raced against Susi, Shinna Empire. That was at Longchamp. He's third and fourth behind those horses. That's top company, not winning. He'll get a good effort again, but will he win? And I don't think he will. Finally, I'm going to take 6. UX Mall. Okay. Ran at Royal Ascot. He won by over 5 lengths, going 21 furlongs. Well, that's pretty good. And you know what's even better about that race? It was his first start of the season. So I can drop back a little bit in distance today. But he's won 2 in a row. Won last year. He's 6. He's run only 8 times in his career. He's got 3 wins and 3 seconds. So they're obviously placing this horse when he's ready to run.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
I think so.
Yeah,
for sure.
And a 12-1. Now, what do you got to think about?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm going to go with the 1 horse Al Rifla. I think it's the first time I put the favorite on top today. Really makes 2 starts in a row. that is assigned to me what I call a finely healthy horse. And at the Curragh, 4 times out, a couple of wins and a couple of seconds. Then I have Queenstown. Tom, you like that one. I like that one as well. Another finely healthy horse. Last time it made 2 starts in a row was almost a year ago in August. And then number 3, Leinster, 25-1. Tom, he's not taking out any money. He's leaking. But the distance is not a problem for this guy at all. And if you look at all of his races, really, except for his debut, in all of them he's been in the race. Just didn't finish in the money in a couple of them. I think 4th, but all the other ones except for the debut in the money. So I had a good chance to be a Tom horse. Is he going to win? Probably not. But can he finish in the money at a good price? Absolutely. So, and then Uxmal, this horse, I agree with you, Tom. I think this is an interesting spot to put this horse in. And I think he could fire as well today. Let's see if well, we saw that already. Let's see if and I can't believe I didn't miss one predictor, Thomas, after having a month off. There's another horse that's all out by itself. Al Rifa, and then Queenstown, Drawing the Dream, Harbor Wind, Leinster. There you go. And Shackleton, a horse that neither one of us picked, Tom.
No, we stay away from Ryan Moore on that one.
Yeah.
Probably a mistake, but we'll find out tomorrow.
Wouldn't it be the first series of mistakes we've made on this show or any other show that we have done? Any thoughts about what? Well, I'm not 100% sure about my schedule next week. There's a chance I could be traveling. Small chance. But if not, Thomas, do you have anything on your radar for next week's Foreign Friday?
No. To be perfectly honest, I haven't really looked at what was out there. I know Hong Kong, the season is over. So they start up again late August. So yeah, maybe we need to go take a look, go down and go for winter. Take a look at Australia.
Some winter Australian racing down under. Sounds like a good idea to me. No matter what we're doing, though. Kindly hit the subscribe button, the follow button, the like button. Head on over to horseracingtoday.net. I will put a comment. I'll put all of our race comments, a race replay up in there in a little bit. I will also timestamp every race in the description on YouTube. Again, if you like what you saw, there is a tip jar in the description on YouTube. Kindly hit that up. Share our content. Tell your friends about us. Thomas, any final words before we part for the first Foreign Friday in a while?
You know, this card is either going to be extremely chalky or we're going to see some big prices. I'm going with chalk for the most part. I think there's some horses with a lot of potential in here. But on the other hand, even in that 4-horse race field, you think, oh, True Love's going to win easily. I picked it on top, but I don't think it'll be an easy win because there are 2 others in there that I think are capable.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
And the predictor didn't put that one out there all by himself like you did with him.
No, there was one race.
Well, 2 of them, Al Rifa and then that other race in there.
Yeah.
With a 1-4 favorite.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, folks, thanks for joining us as always for Foreign Friday, no matter what you're doing for the rest of this Friday or the weekend until we get back together again next week for Parks, Monday or Tuesday. Probably Saratoga Wednesday and Thursday, up in the air on Foreign Friday next week. We certainly hope you have God's grace, God's favor, and in that part of the world, everything ends up in the
winner's enclosure.
Indeed. Have a blessed day. We'll see you next week.